What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another Dynasty Warriors Origins video where I'm going to be talking about the best companions and ranking them from worst to best. We got 10 companions to go through and I'm going to talk about each one from worst to best and why they are the way they are. It's mostly going to be due to their battle art kit, because for the most part their weapons will be tied to what we already can use with the regular person. So the battle arts will be a huge factor on where I place all these characters, and with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the best companions from Dynasty Warriors Origins.
Which one of you wants to die first? I'll take you all on at once!
The lance setup is just not that great. I mean, Zhang gets both of the best battle arts for the weapon, but the battle arts are just super lackluster. They just don't hit hard enough, even in rage mode, to do damage worth spamming. You know, like I said before, the Inner Fire Fury is kind of reliable, but the rest is very average. You know, the charge attack specialty that the lance has is really cool, but besides that, just like in the weapons video, it's a very meh weapon. And Zhang is my least used companion in the game because of that.
Never let victory make you complacent. Maintain your focus! Behold my power!
Unfortunately, they didn't give Zhang Liao the best Twin Pike battle art, the Sky Sunder, making him fall far down on the list for me. It's still fun to use, but bro don't even got the second best one with the Roaring Maelstrom. I mean, he's got the Battle Roar, which is the spinning one, and it's, you know, it's okay. The launch one as well, I forget what it's called. I think 3 out of the 4 are just eh. You know, the Furious Dual Rush could be argued to be the best one they gave him because you can really pinpoint the damage and the accuracy on somebody, but other than that, it's just not very fun. The weapon style itself is pretty slow, and then the specialty that the Twin Pikes have are okay. You know, it's okay to me. It's not anything too crazy, but without the Sky Sunder, it just doesn't hit as hard as some of the other companions.
My wisdom shall bring victory to us all. It's time for my performance.
He overall has a decent kit. He's fun to use, but just when it comes to the battle art, he's lacking a bit. He does get the 2 strongest ones for the staff, the Furious Tiger Dance, which is a great one, and he also gets the Double Wave Slam. The Tiger Dance is built to be more of an AoE, as it's hard to get all the hits from it on a single target because he goes forward, backwards. He goes like on a D-pad kind of movement. You still can, but it's just not as immediate as some of the other ones. And with it also being a longer battle art, it is much easier to be interrupted as well. Coupled with Zhou speed, he's a decent companion. He has reliable battle arts to help with that. But other than that, I mean, his normal string would be the next reliable thing, and, you know, it's just an okay weapon like I talked about in the weapons video. And him in the game as a companion, he's alright. He's just alright for me.
I claim another victory in the name of my brother. My will bends to no one.
Now, he's a decent companion because he has the Azure Dragon Bellow, but without the Great Mountain Throw, he's going to fall down here. I mean, without that, he's not as strong as he could be. If he had that, I mean, Guan Yu would be hitting pretty hard. Like I said, the Azure Dragon Bellow definitely saves it. Other ones that he has were, you know, they're okay. He's got the little circle one that raises your level up all the way, which is okay. I just don't find it very useful. You've got the one where he jumps up and slams down. That one's okay too. Decent damage, but nothing too crazy. Definitely rely on the Azure Dragon Bellow when I'm using Guan Yu. And it was definitely one that I gunned to like unlock as fast as possible because it was just a fun and really strong one to use. The weapon itself is great. I don't mind the strong attack. Pretty satisfying to get the strong attacks off it, but without the Great Mountain Throw battle art, I just can't put him any higher. But, you know, Guan Yu is a legend.
My might is unmatched in this land. So you are eager to die.
He doesn't have anything that hits too hard right away, but he does have the Sea of Flames, and in a large force or crowd, it does tons of damage. Very, very good. The Sharp Fang Flurry is decent too, but non-vulnerable enemies can evade out pretty easily or even strong attack their way through. I mean, the same thing can be said of the Sea of Flames as well, but sometimes when they evade, they're still in the Sea of Flames because they jump backwards. With the charging battle art that he has, I believe it's the Plunging Devastation. The charge up one, it's okay, it's not bad. If he had the Ardent Aura Slash, he'd be much stronger. It still wouldn't put him any higher for me, but it would be stronger. You know, overall, I think Xiaohou Dun is a decent companion, as I find him more viable than the others because he's able to produce flamethrowers out of his blade.
These flames are the roar of ooze! Counterattack!
Heaven and Earth's Wrath. Enough said. What else I gotta say about it? I mean, him and the Gonto's coming up next for me. Making the top half of the list because he's got one of the strongest battle arts in the game, just like I talked about in the weapons video. I mean, that's it. That's really all you need. His other stuff is okay. The Wrath of Earth would have been solid to have on him just to use to get some decent, cheap AoE. When I'm using Huang Gai as a companion, I usually save him for the commanders or the heavy-hitting enemies that I know are going to pop their ultimate musos. All the other ones on him feel like a waste. Like, if I'm going to drain my rage mode and shorten my time with the companion to do damage, it better be worth it. And to cleave through those, again, ultimate Muso attempts with Huang Gai's Power Bomb is a reliable way to do so. It does a ton of damage to them as long as you are close enough to hit them. Great companion. I love Huang Gai. Took me a while to get used to him with his little gloves, but you know, it's working out for me in the game so far.
I suppose our victory is all but assured. This is the pleasure I've been waiting for.
Going up next, we've got one of the most abusable companions with the Dancing American himself. One of my favorite personal battle arts because of the cheap cost of 6 bravery and the AoE power of it makes it crazy, crazy good. Easily one of the easiest and fastest way to drain an opponent's fortitude along with anyone around them, because when those little blades of light that you leave behind and the ball kind of shoots out, any of those that hit enemies does a ton of fortitude damage. I beat Lu Bu by relying on this battle art to get me through. So Guojia, he's probably my second or third most used companion up until he dies. He's the best way companion in my opinion.
It is I, Sun Shangshan, the Bow Maiden.
And she as a companion is a comfort companion for me. She's probably my most used only because her availability is the easiest to obtain. Available pretty much for almost all of the Sun battles. Fortitude clearing, yes. AoE, hell yes. Safe and very hard to miss. Oh yes. The Twin Tiger Blast is undefeatable. It has everything. Enemies that are visible seem to not be able to escape. It's almost got the feeling of a mini rage mode. You know how at the end of your rage mode, they slam down and they hit a bunch of people in a giant radius? It's almost like a mini version of that. As long as they are on your screen on the left or right and you can see them, that explosion on the wheels ends up hitting them and it rips through their fortitude. Absolutely insane. Blowing everything up, ripping through people. Nothing can escape the Tiger Claws with this battle art. My goodness. That's why she's third for me personally. On top of the shredation of the wheels, I mean, you just cannot go wrong with Sun Shangshan.
I fight so that honor may carry the day. I trust in my skill.
If Zhao Yun was a sniper, I'd be scared to go against him. The Dragon Flash is among the best battle arts in the game. It might be number 1, but Zhao Yun as a companion is absolutely monstrous. If I had more opportunities to play as him, he would be my number 1 most played companion. But because you get him so late on the Shu side, on Liu Bei's side, he doesn't come until the Battle of the Thousand Li March. When you're escaping with Guan Yu, when he's chasing Zhou Song, that's late. You only get really 1 chapter to use Zhao Yun, and that's what, 3 battles, 4 battles, if that. So if I had more opportunities to play him through the story, he would be the number 1 character that I'd pick every single time. As long as you are pointing in the right direction, you will rip through every enemy's fortitude. I think anything less than 10 fortitude enemies is being broken up, getting hit with the Dragon Flash. So if they have 10, like Lu Bu has 10. I don't think I've seen a commander with 10, but Lu Bu having 10 is probably the only person that can take a straight Dragon Flash to the face and not go down right away, making that 8 bravery worth it when you use it. And then if you're not feeling that, if you don't want to waste the 8 bravery or drain your Muso Rage with Zhao Yun's Dragon Flash, you still have the Earth Shatter and the Aerial Assault. Earth Shatter, it's 5 bravery and you get to hit a bunch of AoE. It's so strong. There is a bit of vulnerability while you charge, like he does a little like charge up thing. And the arrow moves it with the spear, and Zhao Yun having one of them, the Aerial Assault, it has the best advantageous use of launch attacks, because the normal string, after you come up, after you do the battle art, you do the normal string and then you finish it with a strong attack. It is the absolute smoothest out of all the weapons that do launch attacks. Zhao Yun, to no one's surprise, is quite strong as a companion, and he's the strongest out of all of the normal companions.
I am the greatest warrior this world has ever seen. I shall not lose to anyone.
You know, it's crazy. We've got a new Dynasty Warriors with a ton of new implementations, but the one thing that hasn't changed is this monster seemingly always taking the #1 spot. Lu Bu as a companion doesn't need a Muso Rage, or even his strongest battle art where he gets red hair involved. With his cheap Hellraiser, that's all you need for him. You don't need anything else. I mean, you can use Divine Wrath. You can do the one where he, I forget what it's called, but you stick him, you pick him up, and you throw him down. You can do that, but you don't need it. The power that the Hellraiser has with the AoE is enough to rely on for a whole playthrough, or whatever you're doing with him. Like, when I use the Halberd, I feel no need to use the Valiant Steed Blitz, because Hellraiser is so strong. Right before I go into the Rage mode, why not use something that's cheaper twice instead of just the Valiant Steed Blitz once? Also, let's talk about something that the companion Lu Bu and the Halberd, like I talked about in the video, has that every other companion doesn't have. Invincible Madness. Now, every companion in the game is invincible, whether you are using them or not. I played a lot of this game, and I haven't seen a companion die once, and there have been some times where I was getting my ass whooped. Lu Bu's Muso Rage is the only one that is distinctly different from everyone else's. You are a walking laser beam blasting machine. You got low health? Pop this Muso Rage and watch all your problems disappear. I'm talking about when you're using the Halberd. No need for blocking or evading. Just mash the normal string button and you will do tons of damage. Just elongate it. I mean, when I use the Muso Rage for Lu Bu, I don't use any battle arts because it's better to stay in the state for as long as I can versus trying to do a lot of damage quickly. You got AoE, range, power. I mean, the only downside, I guess, is that it's directional and you walk really slow. You're just a walking tank. But you don't need to worry about being close because it is insane how strong this Muso Rage is. Anyway, that's all I have for the list here, guys. Those are my rankings from the worst to the best companions as of right now. Who knows if we'll see more. If we do, we'll get an updated list. Of course, Lu Bu being the best for companions, it should come as no surprise for most of you guys. Without him, I mean, what would be Dynasty Warriors, right? Anyway, guys, all I have for the video here. Hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about the list down below. If you guys have any questions about anything, let me know. I will answer them. I pretty much know everything I need to know about this game, so if there's something that's confusing or if you need some clarity on something, just let me know down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you found it helpful, definitely appreciate a like or subscribe. There is a lot of daily Dynasty Warriors Origins content coming, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out. And with that being said, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.